Hello, everybody. My name is Reckless Rush, and welcome to part 12 of our series, Rush to Diamond. So, it's been a couple days since I last played. The last episode I made regarding the stream was actually really fun. I'm really happy, and I'm really glad that so many people could join in. We had a ton of fun that night, and it actually gave me quite a bit of new ideas. So, currently we have quite a few series going on, but I'm just kind of like testing the waters to see what you guys like. And I was actually brainstorming quite a bit since I wasn't posting videos because I'm doing exams currently, so I'm just focused mostly on that. But in the meantime, I was actually brainstorming quite a bit, and I came up with quite a few things that I think we'll all find very enjoyable. So first things first, I think the Guess the Rank series will actually be hosted live, and I haven't actually made the date official for when that'd be, but I'll let you guys know because I still need to do all the editing and stuff. But that is going to be live, and that means a couple things. For one, that means we're going to be doing a live poll to see what you guys actually guess. On top of that, we're going to have a special guest coming along, so it's going to be really fun. I hope you guys can all join in. And like I said, I'll keep you posted on when that date will be. On top of that, I was thinking of doing some other series. I'm not going to spoil them yet, but there are some interesting things going to come around. So just letting you know that much. Yes, just letting you know that much, all right? So I'm really happy with all the support on the channel, actually. You guys don't even know, but it gives me so much motivation to keep making videos. Sometimes I'm not really feeling like, I have the energy. I check the channel, see it growing even more, and I'm just like, I need to give back to you guys. You guys are amazing. It makes me really happy to know that we have this community behind us, helping us out here. Sorry, it was a little bug. They said uncapped, but it wasn't actually uncapped FPS there. That's why I had to fix that. Okay, so let's see. We have such a great community going. Let's see. Don't really like pushing the growth early game, and yeah, you just saw me upgrade personal servers. I bought that in the shop. I usually just log on daily just to collect the daily calendar and check the shop, so that's why I was able to do that. That's why I was able to get enough copies. I wanted to upgrade it with you guys. This is misplay by them, by the way. You never want to open up Shady Ghoul on the corners. Like, you'll never ever see me do this opening. You always want to do in center, and I've already went over this, like why it's a lot better. And I mean, it's pretty obvious right here. If you have Devastators, you can't even play it, so you don't want to be doing that. You want to be putting it in the center. On top of that, you limit the area that Shady Ghoul can move. Usually Shady Ghoul is good in rush decks for the most part. It's mostly used in rush decks, and as a rush deck, you want to be pushing your front line as far as possible, right? When it's in the center column, it has an attack from the front, which most enemies will do. It will have a 33% chance to land in the back, and then a 66% chance to land left or right, because 33 plus 33. But if it's in here, and I attack it, for example, it only has a 50-50 here. So you're actually lowering the chances of it actually, of it actually moving. So here, I think kind of straightforward play, but not yet, actually. I want to cycle this first. So this is... Uh-oh, that scared me. So this is actually interesting. You didn't see me cycle Forgotten Souls here. There's a reason for it. You see how they completely ignored my base? That tells me they're playing aggressive. And if they're going to play aggressive, I need to play aggressive. So this is actually the better opening. So I cycled first. Although it is a little mana inefficient, I lost 1 mana there. I know that I need to get down the pressure as fast as I can because, like I said, they're playing aggressive. And it looks like we actually won here because they can't even deal with this. That's also why I kept Forgotten Souls. You're gonna see this combo here is the nuts right now. I think this is lethal, I believe. 7, 8, 9, yes, lethal. Amazing. I didn't actually talk. I'm sorry I didn't actually go over the plays that much, but as you can see why personal servers here is a lot better. Like Hysteria in this board doesn't do anything. Snow Mason they can't even trigger. Let's see what we would have drawn. Oh, that would have been lethal too, actually. Gifted Forgotten Souls. But it's a fancy lethal like this. We take the fancy lethals. That's also why I set down Devastators 1 turn earlier, as you saw. If I held in my hand, I would have actually most likely lost that game. I had to push for damage faster than the enemy, so easy game. The plays were pretty straightforward in my opinion. I don't know if you guys could catch them, but you just have to play proactive and just look at what the enemy is doing and just play around that. Play from there. So this obviously looks like a 2-mana here. Personal servers could see play potentially for next turn. I actually like personal servers quite a bit, so it kind of sucks. So this is proper opening. It's a little scary though, not gonna lie. The main issue with this opener is the fact that if they run Devastators, it's pretty bad for me. One important thing to know is that I don't even know, like, I don't know what to say. The fact that this opener is pretty strong for Swarm. 3 mana, this opener is actually pretty amazing. One of the most solid openers you can get. Okay, well, I honestly don't see myself. It's so hard to say. I really want to get this down though. 7 damage. Okay, we're gonna play aggressive here. I'm gonna cycle this first though after Saber. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Not really though. I kind of wanted to get a Trinity opener going, but I got a semi-Trinity opener, which is when you just push your front line 2 spaces, but we'll see. I wanted to push forward more. This is such a good play here though. So the way I lose this, I would guess from here is, I mean, there's a couple ways, but I'm saying from the perspective of a rush player, the way I would lose this would be if they play Devastators here and then just like play some other like potion for Gun Souls in the future turn. Okay, this is sweet. I get to put down Devastators first, prototypes after, and we keep this hand because this is so good with Forgotten Souls. We're also looking at a potion on this, and Gifted is really good for, I guess, just clearing the board. This is a rather strange play by them. 4 mana, it's a bit inefficient. Level 3, interesting. It also hit the Saber Paw, so that's good for me. I think that, yeah, I don't know. So originally I thought this was a rush Swarm, and now it looks more like a control-ish Swarm, so I think we're fine here, honestly. This is looking like a really good play. Snow Masons Gifted. Nice. I'm really excited, honestly. I'm still I have one more exam left. Today was my 3rd exam, so this is my 2nd last exam today, and that's why this video is slightly delayed. I was hoping to do it in the morning, like, how to explain it. I was hoping to do this right after I finished the exam, but I kind of got off track because I got really tired, honestly. I got really tired right after I actually took a nap. Okay, let's see. So I was hoping for the Snow Masons lethal. That would be so sweet, but clearly we don't have it. How much do you want to bet we have lethal right now in this hand? You just don't see it. Who wants to bet 10 fusion stones? We're betting. Is a potion right here or no? What do you guys think? I have Restless Goats too. If I get Restless Goats, this is the wrong cycle. Oh, actually, no, it's not. Okay, let's see. Potion. No, I was wrong. That sucks. Watch, next card is potion though. Yeah, there it is. Unlucky. So why'd you play Snow Masons like this? This doesn't make sense. This is not how you're supposed to play Snow Masons. Well, it's because, think about it. In this board right here, this is 5 damage, right? So if they don't deal with this, I win. If they do deal with it, they hit the Snow Masons buffing this, and now they have to deal with a lot more than just 5 damage. So this is actually a correct setup, even though it's technically not to the left of the unit, which I usually always recommend, but Snow Masons to the left of the unit. But you can see there, yeah, game's over. The pressure is too much. This deck is too OP. I had a lot of fun streaming, honestly, the other night. Gave me a lot of ideas. I think the thing is with some video ideas, for example, it just doesn't work in like the space when you're just alone, when you're just recording by yourself. It doesn't really work in that environment. But when you're streaming and everything's live and you have a chat, then some things can actually work. So I'm really looking forward to some ideas in the near future. Just stay tuned. It's gonna be a lot of fun, honestly. Lots and lots of fun. I just hope I keep my motivation. As long as I can keep up my motivation, because I'm starting to lose track. Stormbound is a fun game, but sometimes, you know, you just kind of lose the momentum. Okay, let's see. Like, you lose the concentration on just playing this game every day. Some people actually grind this game every day, which I used to, but like I said, I've been playing for quite a bit, so I've been losing my inspiration. I don't know what to say. Anyways, okay, this is a pretty okay, mediocre opening. This is looking like a swarm game. I mean, a swarm, sorry. It's a winter game, so I'm actually going to cycle this. In most cases, I would just play this here, but I'm not going to risk like losing my board like that. This also kind of sucks. Honestly, I was hoping to kill that. But what can you do? This is decent, I guess. I was looking for a Trinity opener again, because if you get a nice Trinity opener against Winter, the game is pretty easy for you. So in this game, I'll actually cycle for consoles. The other games I didn't. And it was because, like I said, I was kind of conditioned to hold it, only because of the fact that they were playing Swarm. But in this one, we're fine. We can actually cycle it. Yeah, I'm gonna cycle here. I don't see myself being able to... you hate to see it. This board sucks. I mean, this hand sucks. Get me out. I have so many 2 manas. Are you kidding me? Alright. So in this kind of board, you're looking for 2 things. Keep frontline and most value. So there's 2 ways you can do it. Shady Ghoul technically is really good for keeping frontline, especially against Winter, because it's so hard to deal with the death effect after. Personal Servers give total of 5. Potion gives a total of 5. The difference with Personal Servers and Potion is that it spreads across 2 bodies, whereas Potion just does 1. So I'm honestly looking at a Personal Servers play. Oh, but the problem is it'll go on this, right? Okay, I'll just do this then. Okay, I'm not really a fan of potioning this, because if they have a strong 1 movement unit, I can just lose. But this is really secure, and honestly, if this didn't bounce, because if it bounced in front of this thing, it would have just been so bad, then it would have been a lot better to just play it. That's fine, that doesn't do anything. That's actually a good bounce. This is a good bounce because now, because there's no way I would have taken left hand side next turn, but now with this play, we get a lot of work done. We can do so much here. This is such a good hand now. It went from bad hand to good hand. You can play Devastator's top right, Doppelbox center right, and that would keep these 2 tiles defended for Devastators, which is pretty good. You can also just Personal Servers here for pressure, Potion this unit, or even Personal Servers, depending on where it bounces. So if I played this and the buff bounced onto this unit, since it's already pretty strong, you don't always want to force too much on one unit, so I'd actually buff on this unit. If it bounced in the back, it would be fine to buff this one, because that way Confinement, for example, wouldn't kill both, like completely kill your strongest unit. Since I cycled Forgotten Souls pretty early, I'm gonna do this play, because if I don't play it now, I kind of see it like just sitting in my hand doing nothing. This hand's good to keep only because I know I'm going to draw prototypes. So because I know I'm going to draw prototypes, this is fine. If I wasn't, then I know that I need to cycle one of these 2, because I need to play a 2 2-manas and 1 3-mana. If that makes any sense, then you're good. You're good on your Reckless Rush knowledge. How to play this deck. Okay, it looks like this game's over. That's what I mean. Winter decks are just too slow, especially if you're doing like Winter Dragons. Like, bear in mind, this player has not shown any Winter cards, by the way. They have not played any... Like, they haven't played any Winter cards. They just played 4 neutral Dragon cards. That's kind of bad. You need to... If you're going to play a faction, you want to obviously use the faction cards, right? Like, there's no difference between them being Winter there or Swarm or Shadowfen. That's not really good. The faction cards are, in my opinion, really good, because they're so niche and like specific. They have specific jobs that they can accomplish. For example, like Swarm, you can make a good Swarm Rush deck. You probably can't make, like, you can make to an extent another like Swarm, like sorry, not Swarm. You can make like a Shadowfen Rush deck, a Winter Rush deck, but it's not the same, right? They have different styles to them. So that's basically how that works out. These games are going pretty sweet though. Nice, we get Trinity Opener. Cycle Restless first or second? What do you guys think? You have 3 seconds to answer. What is the play here? Okay, I'm gonna give you a hint. It's a Trinity Opener. It's a very obvious play here for anyone that has RR knowledge. It's Saber Pause. Boom. Prototypes. Boom. Restless Goats. Boom. The only time this kind of setup is actually bad is when they have GP plus linked. Then you're actually screwed because I just threw away my thing. This also is kind of scary. Let's see what happens. If they play GP level 2, it's so... Yes, we get it. So now for all of those asking why is Trinity Opener so good, just look at this. Look at this pressure. I cycled after because I'm basically putting down the Devastators. I'm kind of like gluing them together. So I play the Devastators first, cycle Forgotten Souls after, you glue them together. They play Execution, they're probably going to waste 1 mana because they didn't play a 1 mana card last turn. So there's a 1 mana wasted. We just traded manas, by the way. I traded 4, he traded 5. So I'm in the lead here. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. I'm going to take it. So now we just play Gifted Personal Servers here. Looks like a good play. Could also do Personal Servers Doppel. Yeah, actually I kind of like Personal Servers Doppel because this gives 3, but this gives 4 technically. It just... The only downside to that is that it loses really hard to... Actually, a couple things. Okay, I'm going to cycle first. I want to draw Potion. Potion is the best draw here. Oh my gosh. Potion. The reason why this is the best draw, they just played Execution, so they can't play it this turn. This 2 strength is perfect against Windmakers, so Windmakers won't go off. And I mean, what can you do? Like Confinement? Tiger, okay. Tagore. Let's see. They hit that. Like, this is still so... Wow. That was really lucky, honestly. Unfortunate. Yeah, so now we have a couple plays here against Snow Masons and then Doppel. If this was higher level, I'd do it. Since it's level 1 and all my other cards here level 3, 2, I don't really like it. I'll only play it like if I have to, right? So I'm gonna cycle first. Actually, what can I draw that's better? I mean, there's quite a few Devastators, but I just played Devastators pretty recently. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, honestly. I think I'll just cycle anyways, just to see what else I can get. Forgotten Souls is like whatever. We're gonna draw this soon, like really soon. Not next turn, but probably mana 8. So what's the play? I mean, that was pretty sad. If anything but the deal 5. Ugh. Like I said, you hate to see it. Anything but the deal 5. They would have been at 6 health and would have been so well off here. At least it survived though. Like, that's surprising. If it died, the game would have been so doomed. So we're actually behind here slightly. You always want to play your strongest unit in the corner, so that's why I played Shady Gold Corner. I'm not a big fan of Shady Gold Corner though. So just letting you know. It's not, because look what happens here now. It's actually gonna mess up your right hand side now. Like I could have gotten a top right unit here. So let's say I was able to play Prototypes this turn here. I can play Doppel here. And technically the Prototypes is defended by Doppel. But I don't because of that unfortunate play. So now there's 2 ways to play the game. Do you play Saber Pause and look for the... Do you play Saber Pause into base and just look for chip damage? I think that's the right play. The only problem is I'm going to waste 2 mana here. And that's kind of dumb. That's so dumb. But I know I draw Restless Goats so soon, so I'm not going to risk it. I'm going to play it like this. If I cycle here and get Restless Goats, it's actually... I'm worse off cycling, so I'm not going to cycle. Keep Forgotten Souls because it's so close to lethal. And yeah, I mean, this is a potential lethal. Also looking at Potion, Personal Servers, lethal. Quite a few ways we can get lethal here. Mostly looking at Potion though, because I played it on the 3rd turn. Yeah, on the 3rd turn. Okay, well, yeah, that kind of sucks. Another dragon player. Another dragon deck. Also, that play they made was pretty good for me. It favored me a lot because they didn't even push. They actually set back their front line by defending there, and it wasn't even inefficient. Wasn't even like a good defense either. I guess we'll play one more. And we'll play one more and we'll see how it goes. Haven't lost a game yet. Very critical analysis going on. Excited for future videos coming up soon. Yeah, so like I said before, this opener is OP. There's never a time you don't. There's actually, I mean, honestly, in this rank, the only time where this isn't the best is like if you have a Trinity opener. Trinity opener and 3 manas, in my opinion, better than this. But you do risk actually losing your front line, so there's like a risk to it, right? But this is like you won't lose your front line. Like there's there's like only a few cards in the whole game that can do it. So here I'm gonna cycle this 4 mana. 3 mana card didn't see play. This is a decent hand actually. I like the Devastators for top left potential, but yeah, it won't happen. Gifted Doppel's so strong here because they're both level 3. Honestly, I think that's going to be the play. I want to cycle Snow Masons after. That makes sense to me. Yeah, that makes sense to me. So this board's kind of weird because like you can play Gifted here, Doppel here, and then bait them here. I mean, that works too, doesn't that? Am I a fan of that? Like you can also just do Gifted here. I kind of want to separate my units though. I guess that makes sense. Want to separate your units? Okay, I'll play it like this. Separate my units a little bit. Bear in mind, this is still terrible against Void Surgers, so yeah. I don't know. Even if we lose frontline here, we can reset with this. So that's pretty nice. They didn't want to kill me yet. One thing that does suck about this though is the fact that this is a perfectly even trade. If it wasn't an even trade, I'd be so well off because you just Devastators here or here, doesn't even matter, and you just win kind of. But that's alright. I'm looking at a Saber Plus cycle, right? Yeah, this is only 2 strength. The only card I can see here that would be worse would be Restless. You don't want to draw Restless. You want to draw anything else but Restless. Personal Server is really good here. And we draw Restless. Okay. That really sucks. Now I'm actually conditioned to play like this, and this is so bad. Actually, should I? 4 strength. Okay. Don't do these plays at home. They're so bad. They're so bad. But I was literally conditioned to play like that. This is so bad against like Windmakers, and like a Gifted just clears that. I really didn't like this setup here. I was considering just dropping Devastators, but I know that I'll mess up my cycle. It's kind of not worth it, honestly. I don't think it's worth it there. Oh, Saber Puzzle would have been so much better though, because 2 strength is so good to counter the Windmakers as well. On top of that, it's 1 more strength, and on top of that, it's +2 like heal in a way, because I'm just taking damage here. But that's okay. What do we have? We have a 6 strength there. This hand's also kind of weird. It's kind of iffy. They just played this though, which kind of makes me wonder, like, what are they actually playing? I'm honestly gonna do this though. Yeah, that's the problem with 6 mana Devastators, Forgotten Souls. But like I said, it would have messed up my cycle if I played it any other way. I'm gonna play it like this. Play that cycle to glue it. Oh, that's actually a good draw. That's actually a sweet draw. Nice. I like it. It's good against, this is perfect counter against Windmakers. I mean, alternatively, I would have done this, which is still a counter to Windmakers, but this is also a counter to like 2 movement units, because now they would have to play, like even if they played, for example, Warfront Runners, it'd still end up attacking this one. So pretty well off here. This doesn't even kill Devastators. Okay, hit, oh wait. Oh my gosh, that's so sad. So sad. Are you serious? That's actually unlucky. It's alright though. I'm looking at 1, 2, 3 here. Looks like our best play. How do you play it though? I want to play it like a little risky if I trade here. It's a bit risky. But I kind of trust that I won't lose here, right? Like I trust that I can't lose the board like this. In the case where this goes in, I have lethal with this. So is it really worth to cycle? Let me think. Not really, but I'm also going to draw. Yeah, my next hand will not be good, so I actually kind of have to cycle this because I need to actually cycle for better cards. Because I need to actually cycle, because if I don't, I'm kind of delaying my cycles, and I'm going to be drawing, like, I already knew Snowmason's coming. Shady Ghoul is good, but like I was considering that I want to do 1 damage, so it won't be a finisher. Honestly, the only card I can see that's like really good here is Forgotten Souls. You need Forgotten Souls at this point in the game, because you have this plus Forgotten Souls, and you can just Forgotten Souls Gifted and just win, for example. So we're looking at that. Honestly, this game's kind of fun when you know, people are actually what is this? 200 IQ play. Oh, that sucks. No, I didn't mean to make fun of you. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was, I guess that's GG. They couldn't even deal with that. Nice. They should probably, I mean, I guess it's a little hard for them, right? I checked my shop actually earlier. It's nothing amazing. So I think we'll call it a day. Actually, we'll open one first. Open one first and we'll call it a day. Why is it so laggy? Do you guys see that? It gets really, I don't like this card at all, honestly. Like at all. Ever. Across every level. It's so laggy and I don't know why. Summon Militia, I don't even run you anymore. So sorry, bud. So sorry. Honestly, it might be better than Snowmasons. Yeah, I mean, it might just be better than Snowmasons. Just because of levels. This thing is so bad. Okay, next, what's it called? Next episode, we'll be doing that. Okay, well, that's actually it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Again, we're going to have a couple new ideas. I want to know your feedback on all the new ideas. So let me know what you think when they do come out. And yeah, I mean, just stay tuned. We're going to have a lot more content really soon. Peace, enjoy, have a good night.